Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
Working on the rear passenger door. I'm going to remove it. I'm going to use these plastic trim tools. You can get these from 1aauto.com. I'm going to pry out this plastic piece that's behind here. Pop the trim tool in here. I'm just going to hold open the door handle. It pops it right out. Put that aside. Remove the screw with a Phillips head screwdriver. Use our plastic trim tool again. Slide it under here. Pop this handle cover off. Just kind of work it underneath. Put that aside. There's 2 screws, Phillips head. Remove those. That screw stays in there, that's fine. Grab it after we pop the door off. With the 3 screws removed, you can pop the door off the clips. There's a bit of a lip here, just on the inside of the door. I'm just gonna pull behind it. And I can reach underneath. Just sort of reach around the edge of the door. And we're gonna pick the door panel up and up for the door. There's the screw that fell out. Pull the door handle and lock mechanism out. Just pops it out. And I'll sit there and unplug the harness, window switch, push in on the lock. Door panel aside. So these push clips, they're not damaged, they just popped out. One's stuck in the door. I'll use a trim tool to pop that one out. And this one went down here, came out. So I'm just gonna put it back in. It just slides back into place. It can be reused. I just gotta get that one out of the door. I'm gonna disconnect the handle, it opens the door. It also has the door lock on here. Just gonna push the cable up and out and slide that little lead weight. Pop it right out. Same for the other one. Take note that the white was on the top, the green was on the bottom, so when you go to put it back together, you don't reverse them. We need to pull this vapor barrier off the door. It's got butyl tape around it that's sealing it. It can be reused. This is where you're gonna wanna wear gloves because this stuff is very, very sticky and it kind of gets everywhere. But you basically just carefully peel this back. You can have a razor blade with you and you can just kind of cut it. It helps on a warmer day to do this. If it peels off, don't worry about it because this stuff is incredibly sticky and we should be able to reuse this piece without much issue. So I'm just going to carefully cut that. Try not to stretch the pink plastic too much as you're moving along. So this harness is kind of in this opening here. I'm going to feed the harness back through and I'm just going to keep peeling it. And I feed these wires out. Actually, these are the cables. They kind of sit there. I'm going to put this aside, obviously sticky side up, so that we can reuse it. To get to this door lock actuator, you can probably peel back the weather barrier or the vapor barrier just to here. It's really sticky though, and just in general, we remove the whole thing. It's just easier to work because I'm gonna be going in this way to get to it. That way it's not sticking to me and stuff. Start by disconnecting the electrical connector here. Take a small flat bladed screwdriver, push the lock in, and just gently pull out on it. Working inside the door panel, I need to pop off the little control rod that goes to the outside door handle to the door lock actuator. Need to reach up in here, and this little blue sort of fork looking thing, you need to pop it off of that silver rod. Just Comes off like that. Now we're ready to unbolt the actuator and pull it out. Remove the T30 Torx bolts that are holding the actuator in. Get these all loose. Push the door lock actuator in and pull it out. I also need to unclip these cables from this clip. So then clip these. Okay, door lock actuator already wants to come out. Just gonna slide it right out of the door opening. This is our door lock actuator from our vehicle. Here's a brand new one from oneauto.com. This is the driver's side rear door. This would be the passenger side rear door. So it's just a mirror image. But as you can see, they are identical. You just have to swap over these cables and this would work great for you. To swap over these cables, take a small flat bladed screwdriver, just kind of push in on this lock tab, pop it up, pull the cable straight out, slide it out of the little arm. To reinstall it, slide the little lead weight part back into the opening, feed it over, clip it into place, push this little door closed. This is the same thing, push the flat bladed screwdriver in here, kind of work it out. Open them up, push the cable up, and pull that ball out of its little holder. Reinstall the ball into the little holder, push it in place, slide the blue part of the cable in, snap that down, we'll push the lock right over, lock it down in place. All right, we're going to reinstall our door lock actuator. Just be careful of that's the child safety lock. You don't want to break it off. Slide it into the door opening. There's that blue sort of clip here. Just kind of get it beyond that. Slide it up. You can actually slide it into that blue little capture that captures that little control rod there. There's plenty of space for it. Make sure your child safety lock pushes through this little grommet, just like that. This needs to sit over here. That's in place. Reinstall the Torx bolts. Get these lined up. This one looks pretty close. Captured. They've got a little cone shape to them, so they'll kind of push it into place, but I can reach back here and move it where I want it. Just make sure you reconnect the part of the door handle that was on that blue fork piece, which I did while I maneuvered this into place. Make sure you have your child safety lock where you want it, either locked or unlocked, and then plug your door actuator back in. Clip your control cables back in place. We got our original vapor barrier here. Still has a lot of the butyl tape left on there. If you need to get more butyl tape, it's pretty easily to get, and you can just put some more on there. But first I'm going to feed the cables through. Just kind of get them through. Just kind of let it hang on the cables. I'm going to feed the harness up and through. That was everything. So I'm just going to kind of line it up roughly where it was before. Just push it back into place. Don't worry too much about any wrinkles. Just push it down and it'll seal. So in this car, the white cable went on top, the green one went on the bottom. You can kind of tell by the length of the cable which one fits better, because they will both fit in both spots, but you'll end up crossing them. So this will want to open the door and this will want to lock the doors, which you don't want that. You want this to open the door, you want this to lock the door. So the white one's gonna go on the top, Put that little lead weight on the end of the cable in like that. Put it over. The green one in just like that. That works the door. Now we're ready to install our door panel. Take our door panel, make sure all our clips are okay. Take this, it's gonna slide in like that. There's 2 pins on the top and the bottom that match this. It pops into place. Don't forget to plug in your window switch. Nothing like putting this together and then having to take it back off to plug it back in. There's a groove in here with some clips. They're gonna snap into place on here. So I'm gonna start with the door panel kind of on the high end. It might be easier with the window down, but you can do it with the window up. I'm just gonna snap it down into place. Then we're gonna go down, push all the clips in. Start with the small screw that's behind this. Put the plastic cover back in. You start by pushing that clip in first, then it'll snap in on the back ones. So just open the door handle. Snap that into place. Reinstall the other 2 screws in the door handle. Just kind of go straight on.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at oneauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.